Since I am absolutely horrible at coming up with ideas for new videos, I decided I'd like to try and review each game I Let's Play. Well, first on the list is a game the fanbase seems pretty torn on, and that game is none other than the third game in the acclaimed Paper Mario franchise, Super Paper Mario. Unlike its two predecessors and its awful sequel, this game focuses much more heavily on platforming and real-time combat. This has received mixed response from fans and critics, and many say it's not worthy of the two games that came before it. Well, is this the case? We're going to analyze the game and find out. This review will contain spoilers, so be warned. Super Paper Mario opens with a typical morning at Mario's house. He and Luigi are having their coffee and decide to pay Princess Peach a visit. However, once they get outside, they are greeted by Toad, who explains that Peach has been kidnapped once again. It is soon revealed that the kidnapper is not Bowser this time, but in fact a new villain named Count Bleck. Count Bleck's master plan involves marrying Bowser and Peach together to form the Chaos Heart, which will slowly create a void to swallow all of existence. For a Mario game, that's pretty damn dark. Not only that, but there's an ancient prophecy that foretells 4 heroes who rise to stop the end of all worlds. These heroes happen to be Mario, Princess Peach, Luigi, and even Bowser. Along with a butterfly pixel named Tippy, Mario sets off to find the other heroes and collect the pure hearts, the only things that can counter the dark powers of the Chaos Heart. Along the way, he fights a robotic dragon, a stereotypical nerdy chameleon, a feminine flower king, and the Mario equivalent of Lucifer, along with Count Bleck's various minions. The climax and ending are some of the most epic moments in Mario history, showcasing the true power of love and what it can accomplish. Count Bleck himself realizes the error of his ways, and he and Tippy sacrifice themselves to stop the end of all worlds. Most of his minions also change their ways and become friendly NPCs in the post-game. Overall, the plot is easily the best I've seen in the whole Mario series, and I give it a solid 10 out of 10. Unlike the other Paper Mario games, Super Paper Mario is a platformer, and largely doesn't feature turn-based combat at all. Well, there is one turn-based battle, but it's more of a novelty sequence than anything else. Other than that, all combat is real-time, just like the Super Mario series. Each playable character has their own special ability. The main gimmick of the game is Mario's special ability, the Dimensional Flip. Using this move, Mario changes the perspective of the 2D side-scrolling level to 3D, revealing hidden secrets and passageways inaccessible in 2D. However, while in 3D, you gradually begin to lose health if you don't flip back. Despite the presence of all playable characters in 3D on the cover, Mario is the only character who can use this ability. The others have their own unique abilities. Peach can defend against nearly all attacks with her parasol, and use it to float over large gaps. Bowser has his signature Fire Breath, and all his attacks do double damage. Luigi has the ability to do a super jump to reach high ledges the others can't reach. There are also abilities granted by Pixels, small creatures that join the heroes throughout their quest. All characters can use these abilities, which include picking up enemies, swinging a hammer, planting a bomb, and turning sideways to avoid damage. There are 8 worlds in this game. They are accessed by dimensional doors that appear on a tower in the hub town of Flipside. Throughout the universe, there are shops that you can buy attacking and healing items from. You also level up periodically as your score increases by defeating enemies. This raises your HP and attack power. The overall feel of the gameplay is very similar to side-scrolling segments with Bowser in the Thousand Year Door, which were pretty neat to play. Of course, Super Paper Mario expands on this gameplay in many ways, including implementing many features of the turn-based system of the previous games in a side-scrolling platformer. It pulls it off very well, but I'm not sure I can say it's more fun than the previous games. The gameplay gets an 8 out of 10. Now we come to the presentation. One odd thing about Super Paper Mario is that it takes place in a weird dimension where nearly every creature is made of simple geometrical shapes. Some of the designs are really creative, such as the main villains. Some are rather bland, such as many NPCs. But I've come to appreciate all the character designs here since we only got Toads in the next game. Whether you like the designs or hate them, you can't deny that they nailed the out-of-this-dimension atmosphere they were going for. The soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal as well. I love it so much I have the entire OST on my phone. There's so many beautiful and epic songs, as well as badass boss themes and stunning remixes of the main theme and Count Bleck's theme. Speaking of Count Bleck, his theme song can be badass or even sad depending on how the melody is used. One of my favorite pieces is Bounding Through Time, which has a sad yet epic remix of both Bleck's theme and the Flipside theme, which can also be considered Tippy's theme. It really sets the mood for the epic conclusion to their tragic story. The scenery, like the characters, is very dimensional and shape-based. They pull off some really great looking areas using nothing but simple shapes. Of course, it also reuses many textures from the Thousand Year Door, most prominently at Mario's house and Bowser's castle. Overall, Super Paper Mario is a great looking, great sounding, and overall great feeling game. The presentation gets a 9 out of 10. Super Paper Mario, as some of you may know, is my favorite game in the Mario franchise. I just really like it. It has nearly everything I want to see in my video games, from likable characters to a large-scale epic plot. The gameplay and music are also amazing. Overall, I give Super Paper Mario a 9 out of 10 and a full recommendation to anyone who hasn't experienced this underrated masterpiece. Without further ado, this has been the Mario RPG Enthusiast. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.